What is going on, guys? In today's video, I'm gonna be talking. Nobody saw that. Are you, like everybody else, running an InGen intake on your F30 328i on your N20/N26 motors? If you are, you're just like everybody else. That's pretty much the most popular intake you can get for these cars. The N20 motor, really all that's out there for an intake is one by InGen, obviously the one I have in my car already. If you guys want to see the installation video for that, check out my channel. I have that as well. And Mishimoto also makes an intake for this motor. I believe there's another brand. I think AFE makes one as well. A couple other ones I can't really remember, and then some that are carbon fiber that are way too much money for an intake. And this is a short ram intake anyway. But basically, MST Performance is a company that's been making intakes for Volkswagens for a while, and they've been in the game for a while. But for the N20, they made a new intake. I don't know how popular it is. I've seen a lot of people already knowing about it, and a lot of people are like saving up for it and stuff. But before I start this video off, huge shout out to Brian from Keys Motorsports for sending me this, and huge shout out to MST for making this amazing intake for the N20 motor, and not just, you know, focusing on the bigger cars that have bigger motors like N55s and S55s and stuff. So huge shout out to you guys, and another shout out goes to you guys for your packaging skills. Right off the bat, they beat InGen just in that aspect, because dude, their packaging is like fantastic. Like, they have these plastic wrappers with their logo on it, and the instructions are nicely printed. They even include a air freshener that is black ice, the one that you get, but it's black ice. And they have instructions right here, and pretty much a whole like brochure of, you know, a bunch of other intakes and other applications of other cars, and it's in color. And they're saying that it maximizes airflow to the engine, increases in horsepower, torque, and throttle response. Heat shields provide cooler intake temperatures, improves induction, note, and tone, and all a bunch of other shit. And 13 horsepower increase with 13 torque. And they show a little graph with that as well. Who knows how accurate that is? Who knows if I could even feel that increase? I doubt I'm going to feel anything at all. I'm really just worried about the sound. It sounds fantastic on Brian's car, and I was hoping to see how it'll sound on the N20. Hopefully it doesn't sound exactly the same as the InGen, but we'll find out in a bit. This will not be a DIY video. If you guys want to learn how to install it, I'll leave a link down below to Brian's video. He has already made a video on teaching how to install this in your N20 with a factory intake. Mine is the InGen, so obviously if I'm showing you this, if you're upgrading from an InGen, that's the only way this will be applicable for you. But aside from that, we're just gonna get some, you know, before and after sounds. Maybe the microphone will be able to, you know, differentiate between that and the MST Performance intake. I haven't really heard this in person on an N20 yet, so this will be my first time. And this also includes an inlet, which basically is more reliable than the OEM one apparently, and in my opinion, I wouldn't really care for it. I think the OEM one would be just fine for me because I'm not running a lot of horsepower. But if you are, I guess you can grab this inlet as well. And I think this increases the sound of the intake, the whoosh. I think this increases that as well. So both of them, I will be installing them today. I guess the sound comparison won't be entirely fair because this one will have an inlet, the MST will have an inlet, and the InGen won't. But it is what it is. Let me get this InGen intake out, the new MST Performance intake in, and then we can basically get some before and afters. But yo, like I said, man, their packaging is amazing. The intake itself came really nicely packaged. The inlet, the intake came with stickers. I already threw one onto the car. This cone is really nice quality as well. From what I remember from the InGen, the instructions were junk, and these ones are definitely not junk. These are really good instructions. It's all a whole write-up with pictures as well. That's really fantastic in my opinion. This already comes with that little, you know, rubber thing that I had so much trouble with on the InGen. So install wise, I'm already gonna give this the upper hand because the InGen may be a little bit more difficult to install for beginners, whereas this will definitely be easier simply because of the instructions and that already being pre-installed into the circle where the intake, you know, will sit and stuff. But anyway, let's get this intake into my car and let's see how this sounds. Okay, so I got the InGen intake out. Now it's just a matter of pretty much putting in a new one. But before I do that, I really want to compare the two. And a quick heads up for some of you that will be asking, I'm pretty sure that this subscriber of mine wants to buy the intake already. So as of right now, the intake is already sold. So if you guys are gonna ask, it's sold. I really do wish that MST made these in chrome, because I really do like chrome in my engine bay. I think that's cool, but this is still cool as hell. This black is not just like painted regular black. It's like a cool, like, I don't even know, there's a word for this type of black. I don't remember what it was, but look how sick this looks. It looks, the whole intake is like that. Like the whole, like all the pipes and all the little things, the cover, the airbox, everything is like that, which is fantastic. Nice butt. So here is the MST Performance intake, sorry, not intake, inlet. And here's the OEM inlet. As you can see, this is way dirtier. And this has a metal piece that will attach onto the turbo. I don't know how this is gonna work versus the OEM one. I don't know, we'll see. I'm pretty sure this makes it a lot louder too, so let's see.
Bro, your socks are so high, they can't even bite you.
Bro, they're biting me here.
No, they're not.
Oh. Where are you taking that?
Huh?
Where are you taking that?
I gotta wash my hand.
You're gonna record, turn music off.
Huh?
You're gonna record, turn music off. Stop!
You get it yet?
No, hold up.
I don't know.
Not yet. Oh, there we go.
Oh, you got it?
Not yet.
Is it on the thing though?
Yes. Oh! No! Bro! Is my Arch game A1? Arch game better than your girl, bitch. Are you recording this? Bro, why are you recording this, man? Maybe say some gay ass shit, bro. Alright, so the intake is now finally installed. It is in. I'm gonna give you guys before and afters right now. I don't know if the microphone picks it up. I don't know if the microphone, you guys are able to tell through the video if it sounds different. For me, I can tell that the whoosh is just a little bit longer. And it feels as though, like, when I give it gas, it feels a little bit better responsiveness wise. I don't know if that makes sense. The response of the throttle feels better. But aside from that, the intake looks fantastic. Like, look at this. There's a little MST performance cutout on the cover. Little sticker right there. They even have it on this rubber hose right here, and then the clamps even have it written on there too, which is cool. But aside from that, the intake does sound a little bit different, but not ridiculous different. So if you already have an InGen, I wouldn't say you should upgrade. You basically already have the same sound. So if you're looking just for sound preferences, I don't think you'll be able to tell, especially if you don't have the inlet. But aside from that, the InGen intake versus this, I would definitely go for this one because the instructions are better, the fitment is better. This is much more sturdier too. It feels a lot better installed. I think that first time when I installed it, I didn't even install it right anyway. But aside from that, that's really it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Huge shout out to Brian for sending me this. Huge shout out to Keys Motorsports and MST Performance for sending me this intake. It looks fantastic. I think it makes my engine bay look really stealthy now without the chrome there, so I'm actually digging it. The intake, the cone color is like a burgundy reddish, which I actually kind of like more than the InGen's blue. But aside from that, that's really it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Peace out.